Alrighty, everybody. Hope everyone's having a good day today. Just 1 second here. We are getting ready for our journey. And of course, it'd help if we launch the correct one. Yesterday was the public test round being online, but those are off now, so bear with me 1 second here. Alright, we're successfully loading up here. Give it a second. I apologize, just trying to make sure we got all this going right. All right, let's see how our character's doing. All right, folks, we're in. I apologize about the delay, but we're about to kick this party started, and you can sit there and see Grandpa Greg, our little lumberjack there. Well, I'm looking to make sure we got everything going on all the channels here. We are having a little YouTube issue today for some reason. So it looks like we will not be streaming on YouTube for today, and I do apologize about that. Don't know why I can't get that up and running today. Without further ado, all right, let's get this party started here. One second here. 1 second here, folks. I do apologize about the delay, but we will have this going for you here in just 1 second. Just trying to do something here real quick. Trying to see if I can get the YouTube channel working today. Two phones here. All right, folks. All right, everybody. Looks like we got our viewers back up and running with all of this. Looks like we're good to go. And we are going to start with getting some. All right, guys, we're going to go ahead and get this party started. We're going to be launching here in about 30 seconds to a minute at most here. And here we go. We're launching in now. Yep, it is a blank screen while it's finding its server. Just give it 1 second here. It likes to do that. And there we go. It's coming into view. And all right, we're going to get this party started and get Grandpa to chopping some trees. Because we're going to go ahead and try to make our way to start making our way to 25 because I think we left off at Grandpa being level 7. Let's see here. We are in the camp here. Materials. And a fellow player handed those to Grandpa Greg. I feel dirty for having them because it's not part of our challenge. And if you've ever played World of Warcraft and have watched Path and all of the other people on World of Warcraft that like to do challenges, that's what we're actually in the process of doing. But we're doing this in Ashes of Creation. We're doing what's called a WoodBound challenge. And if you're a first time viewer, what's happening is that our guy here, Grandpa Greg, and the only thing he can level with is has to do with trees. He can cut down trees, he can mill the lumber, he can sit there and do carpentry and stuff, but that's all he can do. And on his journey to level 25, the only time he gets XP for any killing is when uh, he had to defend himself from somebody attacking him while he was chopping down a tree. There's no grinding on mobs. The quests that are taken are taken from the town boards for chopping trees, and that's what we do. Is we just go through and we chop trees and vendor and all that fun stuff, and see how far we can get. And today we are level 6, and we're 69.15% in to level 7. And as you can see, I'm running past a lot of trees, but that's for a reason. Just we're trying to get to the first town board that has actual quests that we can take, because the only commission what they call quests is town commissions. The only ones we're allowed to take are the ones that give us XP for chopping wood, and there we can have up to 3 on the board at the same time. And so we're running up here to this little town here called the Hammer's Rest Artisan Outpost, and we're going to the commission board to see if they have any quests here that we can take. And the answer is no. We're waiting on orders. Great. Uh, so that's not going to do us any favors. And I wonder what's going on. It must be a server reset thing, because normally there's 1 to 3 quests, but they've got nothing coming on order, so this could be a long day for us. And so we're going to try one other spot, and to do that, we're going to go ahead and get on our ram, and we're going to go over to a little town that's relatively close to here, and we're going to go see if that town is available to us, and all that good stuff. So we're on our way over there. So let's see what happens here. And I gotta keep bouncing back and forth and stuff. Make sure everything's good to go. Making sure all the streams are going. All right, we're moseying on down the road here to go over to that town we can see over in the distance there, to see if they have some boards or board quests for us, or commissions as they're called. If they don't, then it's going to be a long day of some tree chopping, or we might do a lateral. If we do a lateral, that means we'll go over to our other server and work on our actual main character. But I was inspired by our friends over in World of Warcraft to sit there and continue on with the with the WoodBound challenge, Goldbound challenge, those uh, hardcore challenges where when people die, uh, they actually delete their characters, different stuff like that. It's the challenges are what give a not unique's not the right word, but a very different perspective of the games from what the developers intended. So I really like going with the unique perspectives at times, because I'm a PvE type guy, and I love my gathering and my crafting and stuff like this. And with this being an open sandbox, um, where it's a lot more focused on PvP and those sorts of things than it is the PvP of doing full quest lines and the journey to max levels laid out for you. Here, you make your way, you make your journey to on the favorite way you like to play in this game, and the one way that they don't have to get from 1 to max level in this game is a quest line. So there is no Oh, we gotta sit there and follow this quest line all the way through to kill so and so because that's how we complete the story. There isn't there's while there's lore, there's not a long story that you follow. You are the content. You are the name with you and your fellow adventurers. So that's what we're here doing. Man, looks like somebody been out chopping a lot of trees today. 'Cause normally this whole area is nothing but trees, but I'm seeing a lot of open fields today as we're heading towards town. Yeah, and like we're level 7, so these are almost 7. These 11s would work us. So we're sticking to the road and hopefully don't upset the locals. The only locals we want to upset are these trees after we get quests or two taken. Hopefully we got 2 quests on the commission boards to be able to take for gathering these different type of trees out here. That's the goal. Right here, 1 second. Gotta keep an eye on things here. Because I do a lot of alt tabbing in and out because I am a one monitor streamer, so I gotta keep close eye on everything. And so don't mind me as I'm doing that. Oh, we don't want that bird's attention, definitely. Because that bird would probably mess us up pretty good. Just a little bit higher level than us. Alright, going in to one of the northern villages on the map. Just show you where I'm at on the map here. Uh, Almost as far north as you can go. And or my other character on the other server is all the way down south and typically in this area here. So yeah, where we're at all the way up here is a new adventuring experience for me. So if you're new to the channel, put a 1 in chat, so I know you're here so I can say hi because I can't see what's going on across the screen. Well, I'm in game, but like to welcome people. Yeah, second monitor is going to be one of those first purchases I make here really, really soon. And a little bit ago, we talked about a commission board quest. So this is what I was expecting to see over in that other village, but it came up with nothing. So I'm over here looking to see if they got anything we can get for trees. That says daffodils, flax. Oh, there's one. Eastern hemlock. Elderdorn lumber. I haven't seen that one yet, but it says. Oh, that's a wood. At least I think it is. I'm gonna look at these 3 quests, make sure that's actual wood. Okay, it actually shows that those are all wood, so very good. All right, let's look at our map and see if it's giving us any clue. Ooh, showing us up there and up there. All right. Guess we're gonna be mainly focusing on the eastern hemlock for now. At least I think. Let's all right. I guess we gotta get a lot closer before it's gonna let us track anything today. So now it's time to start chopping trees. Let's see where we're at here. What is going on with our stuff here? All right, let's chop some trees. Western larch, is that one of those? No, eastern hemlock. All right, so the eastern hemlock are these ones that kind of look like Christmas trees. If you're new to the game, and let's see here. Alrighty here. Alrighty. Let's get these hemlocks without getting too close to anything that we're not gonna like to get too close to, because it could be a bad day for us if that happens. Over here. And the cool thing about when we're chopping the trees and here for XP and stuff is, oh, you never know what you're gonna get. It's all RNG, and depending on what you get for chopping down the tree is what's going to determine how much XP you get. So that's always exciting. All right. Having fun. What's going on there? Oh, welcome, Greyhound. Hope you're having a good day. Today, thank you for tuning in and watching. That's greatly appreciated. Yep, let's see where we at here on our quest. Here we got 8 to 20. Just got to be careful, not getting too close to anything that's not gonna want us encroaching on their territory. We're up to 10 on this mission. Oh, we got raptors up here. That's exciting. As long as they don't get too close to us. Yeah. Fun stuff. See anything else? There's one. And how we doing on the specialty stuff? Oh, look at that. We got ourselves some epic wood there. Always nice to get. And it is crazy on that. Just don't want to go too nuts on this stuff. Oh yeah, absolutely nice logs and stuff. Those are nice to have. Because what's really going to pay off on the XP is when we go to process that stuff. Because we get so much for chopping the trees down, but where the real XP comes in is when we go to the milling and stuff. And that's where you got to get a lot of processing and adventuring XP for those higher level epic and heroic materials that we gather. And yeah, so I hope everybody's Saturday is going well. And if you're here in the West, I know it's getting towards lunchtime here pretty soon and stuff. But yeah, we're kind of locked a little bit on how much quest we can do here. Gotta wait for some more respawns, it looks like. Nope, there's one. I believe I see one there. Yep, let's get that one. And because we might ride back over to the other area. And check on the stuff there. As you can see, we're at 15 now. So, yep, let's see here. Without getting too crazy. Okay, that's a player. Oh, nope, nope, nope. Don't want to get too close over there. That's where those raptors and all that stuff is. See, this is the tree we're looking for? Might be. Nah, it's not. Alright. Taking its time on the respawns of trees today. Let's see. I forgot to check the timer on that board. Let's see when we get some new quests popping up. Because if we could get the other, any of the other tree types on that board, that would make our job a lot easier. Daffodils, flax, nope, same stuff. Oh, well, look at that. And 50 seconds we'll get new quests. Doesn't mean these other quests that we have on our log will go away, but just means we get some fresh ones. So we'll wait a minute here. So about another minute there. Let's see here. See what's going on. Oh, we have a level up in chat. Head wrap. Let's see. That gear we have, I don't believe it's called a, what is that piece called? It's called a cowl. Yeah, I know. I got some crazy looking gear. Look at that. That is about some ugly stuff. But anyway, through here, let's see. We got some. Oh, we got some Western Larch. Awesome. We can do that. Emerald, bluebells. Mine. No, we did get an extra one, so we can get those larches. So that's excellent. Give us more, which is always a good thing. Let's see here. He says, "Hey, over there. Hate to be rude, Mister, but even if you had some quests for me, I'm not allowed to take them. It's against corporate policy. It's against corporate policy." So we just go chop chop. Now we got a lot more trees while we wait for those to respawn. And ah, being difficult. That one right there. Keep forgetting that one doesn't like us. All right, here. to 8. And so this Saturday, well, it's nice and cold. So are you doing outside adventures? You got that plan if you're watching, or you planning on staying in, cozying up to a good book, playing computer games? What's your plans? My plans to get a few hours in, try to get a level or 2 here, maybe 3 with this guy, because when the quests start popping off, it'll make life easy for us. On the leveling. And so if you're watching Ash's Creation and following the news and everything on the official website from Intrepid, the 13th of February sounds really exciting. And on the 11th, we get new items in their cash out. And me personally, there's a blue ox I'm hoping comes back around because I really want to buy that blue ox and stuff. It's a mount skin. I really want that bad. And stuff, so we're gonna see what happens and stuff, and can't wait to hear the news from the developers themselves on what the plans are and too many negative opinions floating around out there. But personally, the way I see it is, when you paid the $43 to buy access to the alpha, they told you straight up that it's a way early development. Things can and will change, and then you know we were told up front they weren't hiding anything. They weren't trying to sell us a finished game, but people are gonna do what people are gonna do and stuff. All I know is this thing's got good bones, and I'd rather see him take the time to do it right than to sit there and mess it all up and stuff. So yeah, that's really what it's about. Is getting that stuff all done right. And even games that have been out, 20, 25, 30 years, those games still have issues and everything. And so, you know, some people just gotta just stop it already. It'll get there. It'll get there. Don't need to be a hater on the game. Because, oh, that's right. Let me tell you a secret. Are you ready for this? And I'm going to create a clip with this. Okay? So, create a clip. This is going to be a hot take. I want you all to know something here. That this is an early alpha. Okay? This is not a fully released game yet. They're still in early development. Things can and will change. Yes, I know you paid your $43, but guess what? You can go touch grass. You can go outside and breathe fresh air. You can go play a million other games. And there's nothing that says you have to stay here. And the best part is, a year from now, 18 months from now, you can come back. You've already paid the entrance fee and you can see all the updates and the changes. There's nothing keeping you here if you don't like what you paid the $43 for at this point. It was alpha, but everybody's welcome. But that's the hot take on it. You know, if you can't handle the development, I understand that because a lot of people don't like dealing with development stuff. But me, it's it is what it is. I didn't have to pay the $43 to do this. Absolutely not. But I'm having a lot of fun. The game's got great bones. Uh, you know, 2, 3 years from now, we're gonna be laughing at what everybody was complaining about today. Because things will be a whole lot better. It can only get better from here. All right, look at that. We we chopped down all of our lurch and was looking behind us. Is that on our side or the other side of the river? Of course, the other side of the river. We didn't get any of our hemlocks back yet. Man, I guess it takes time to grow trees, huh? All right, so we can't take all day to grow trees. We definitely can't do that. So let's do something here real quick. We're gonna go over here, make sure nothing gonna kill us over there. What in the world is this? Oh, okay, yep, there's way too much, way too close for my level, and they're all 11s, 12s, stuff like that. Not gonna go there. No. Mm-mm. I guess we'll just keep clearing here. I just don't want to get too close to those raptors because we got raptors I can see over there. And those raptors will put a hurting on us. Okay, how are we doing here? Check over here. Gotta keep chopping. And this is the journey to 25. Yeah, and our little guy Grandpa Grig here on the Aries server doing the WoodBound challenge. He can level up doing lumberjacking, milling, and carpentry, and taking quests on the board for that. For chopping down trees, and that is as much of the XP as this guy can get, except if he's getting attacked, then he has the right to defend himself. And the goal is 25 or bust with our tree chopping axe. Trying to keep a real close eye. See these raptors over there? Yeah. Keeping a real close eye on those bad boys. Right here. Yes, sir. And it is getting chilly in my office today, folks. Oh my goodness. I had to put a sweater on today. It's- The wind's picking up out there. All right, here. All right, if you're new to the streams, if you could uh, follow and like on the streams, that'd be greatly appreciated. Put a one up in the chat if if you're uh, willing to let me know that you're here. That'd be greatly appreciated and stuff. And the algorithm likes that interaction sort of thing, so they keep track of unique chatters and all that sort of stuff. And we're just starting out. This is our concluding our first full week of streaming, and we got a lot of fine tuning stuff yet to do, but we're having a lot of fun. We're setting, you know, up the foundation to try to have a good long success with this, and because I am a grandpa and you, corporate America doesn't like us more seasoned employees anymore. They like the youngsters, which I can appreciate. You know, I was a youngster once too. I get it. And so I'm trying to build a little something something for myself. Then hopefully one day it'll be able to supplement Social Security when that time comes. That's the goal anyway. Here we are. Let's see. We're at 17 on the trees now. Getting closer and closer toward all those raptors. That's why I'm keeping a real close eye where those boys are. Or girls. Just definitely don't want them coming after me, because the closer I get to them, the further away I am from the guards to take care of them if they get on me. Alright, we are at 18 for the one quest. We have the other quest totally completed. So we'll be turning 2 quests in here real soon. It looks like we'll be hitting that level 7 without any issues from turning those in. And then Okay. Trying to watch and see if we can't get this done without aggroing those raptors. I think this might conclude us right here. Yep, it will. Nope, wrong tree. We need the Timlocks. Alright. Hopefully nothing sees me. This is tense. Alright, objective complete. Gotta like when that happens. Alright. Now I'll show you here what we do at this point. Well, first would be getting on our ramp. Yeah, much better. And we have those 2 quests complete. You can see that of objective complete right there. We're going to see how our inventory's looking. Oh, we did pretty good. Look at all that. And we got all kinds of nice fancy loves here. And let's see how much time we got left on this. 37 minutes. Okay, we're gonna be grinding for a minute here. So what I like to do is make sure, let's check out how much space I have. So what I'm gonna do is go over to the storage area. And bank a lot of this stuff. Alright, we've got all this turned in. And let's see how many logs we have left. Go back over. How much time did that say? 35, alright. And because we are doing the challenge, we can't sell on the auction house. And until we get to level 10 and at a bigger town, they're way too expensive here for processing. And I'll show you that in just a second here. I'll keep a stack of these so I can show you. They're wanting 25 silver per craft. Other servers, you see that it's down at like 8 silver per craft, and I don't understand why it's so high here, but it is what it is. So by the time you pay 8 for that, and sanding powder, and then 25 copper there, you're 32 copper in. And for what we need, or what we're wanting to do, we need 9 of these logs to do it. So it's a bit of a risk, as they say, but I'll show you once what I'm referring to. Okay, so let's say in here we need sandpaper, right? Come over here, go to the vendor, get our sandpaper. Or powder, I should say. And we have set 43, but I'm only gonna do 20. As a matter of fact, I'm only gonna do 18. And it's for a specific reason. Alright. We'll go over here, go to milling. Tell it we want to make 18 of those. We got our paper, so I'll have to add that. It's wanting 4 silver and 50 copper to do this. Okay, so it'll be ready in 8 minutes, and we'll be back. Second here, check on our. That is so weird. Okay, here. So back at what we're doing, look, they must be doing some serious construction here. They got that all marked out, ready to put something in. That's interesting. All right, so we got 8 minutes there. We're real close to 7. So while we're waiting for that 8 minutes to be over, let's do this. Go back out and see if any of our stuff is grown yet, so we can keep on chopping. And starting to come in, but it's gonna be a while. So we don't want to go any closer to that. All that stuff there that we went ahead and oh, that's not good. Yep, that thing's got to get off me. We are going to go back to the other area, see if that board decided to give us any new quests yet. All these higher level mobs and everything. Look at all those. It's like, you know what? I'm just gonna go up here and stay busy, chopping what I can. Go over to the other side of the bridge from inside the other end of the town instead of going way back over to the other place. Yeah, we don't want to do that. We don't want to go for a long run right now. And when you see stuff like that on the ground, don't mess with it. Because if you go to take it, you'll flag yourself for PvP. And you may or may not want to be doing that. Let's see, what do we got over here? No, we got all kinds of mobs there too. Alright. We may have to go over to the other end after all. Because we can't intentionally be picking on mobs. It's against the rules. Oh, yep, against the rules of our challenge. So, oh, right. Tell you what, folks, give me 1 second here. I will be back shortly. So, I'm gonna put up our be right back signage. You guys go ahead and take a little intermission break. I should be back in about 5-10 minutes tops. Alrighty here. All right, welcome back, everybody. And if you're new to the stream, are just getting on the stream for today, if you could put a 1 in the chat, that'd be greatly appreciated. So I know you're here, and let's go ahead and get back out there, see if we got anything going on with our trees, if they respond or not, or if I'm going to have to go to another area. Because, boy, trees are taking a while to respond today. Oh, they're starting to respond a little bit out here. And feel bad if I take those out. Just definitely wanting to do these quests when they refresh. What was the quest? The timer on those now? I forgot to look, see how much time we had left. Might just go down to that other area and then come back, give that whole area outside of here a chance to regrow. The trees are definitely a lot slower than the rocks on regrowth, that is for sure. 17 minutes, yeah, we'll go over to the other area. Hopefully that board has come alive. Yeah, because we haven't even seen those type of trees yet, and we're too low level to go too adventuring into the woods yet. Says once we get to 10, we can start defending ourselves a little better. All right, yep. So we're gonna go down to another area, and what'll happen is when we go back up, if there's none, or I'm hoping there's some, that we're gonna go make our way down to this village down here and see if they have any commissions on the board for chopping trees. That is the goal and the plan that we're embarking upon. We don't want to get too close to those raptors. We definitely want too close to these lovins either. So it's a delicate situation. Squeezing through there right there. So we don't get murdered by these mobs. Like that one's real close to the road. So I try to give it a little bit of space so we don't attract attention to ourselves. Hopefully these commissions are good to go over here. Because they were the other day when we were on the second day of our journey. First day really wasn't a day. All we did was create the character and get out of the tunnel. But what we wanted to do by making sure our inventory was clear. Matter of fact, we can do that right here, right now. We'll wait till we get to the town. Just in case. See all these trees. Still winter in the game. When you look up at the top hand corner, it says it'll be spring in 3 days, 13 hours, and 58 minutes. And 8 minutes until it becomes dark. So, fun stuff. Lurches, hemlock. Don't see elder dorn or umberlex yet. But we do have a lumber axe that would like to be repaired, so we'll go ahead and knock that out. And we'll go ahead and check these board quests here while we're here. Nope. Okay. That being said, since there's no board quest here, and we want board quest level, let's go ahead and do what I was going to show you just a second ago. We're going to see if how many of these 25% XP scrolls that we have, because we're going to be burning one to get the extra XP for turning in these 2 quests, or I could just hang on to, you know what, we're going to hang on to the quest completions. We're going to go check the new town because we may or may not get one with just 2 quests, a replacement when we turn in. So yeah, let's go ahead and refill our coffee mug and then go for another ride. So with that, I'll be back in 5 to 7 minutes at tops, and enjoy this a quick little break, and then we'll get on our next journey. All right, everybody, we are back and we are going to mosey on down to another town to try to find us some more board tree gathering quests. And let's check and see what our path to this town is going to look like. So we're going back toward like we're going toward the other town. All right, here we go. And it's heading toward nightfall. Joy. Sorry about that. Go this way. Then we're gonna go this way. That was a little bit of leg there. Holy trees, Batman. Look at all the trees. Hopefully we got some town quest boards stuff so we can come down here and get some trees. Looks like we're going up on top of that hill there. Never been to this area. Look at how pretty this area is. All right, as we make our way up here, we should get to a road and make a right-hand turn. It should take us right into the town. And if this doesn't work, I've got a whole nother plan. I know, famous last words. Look at this. Wow. Just absolutely stunning. Great. Level 12. Going from bad to worse. Oh, great. What is going on? Oh, no, 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 no. We're not having any part of those. Did you see how blood red those mobs were? Oh my goodness. They would have owned me. What is going on with this little town right here? Do they even have a board twist thing here? What on earth? Oh, what is this plot? Oh no. It came all the way here, and the gathering quests don't have one tree quest on it. Oh, joy. Alright, you guys, this is an executive decision time on the account. We tried the anvils area, but for the purposes of what we're trying to pull off, the anvils area is unfortunately is not going to work out. So what we're going to do is we're going to log out of this character. And we're going to start again, but in an area that's going to have a whole lot more for us in terms of board quests and all that other, because without the board quests, we're just unfortunately just dead in the water. And there's not much happening down here. So we're gonna make a brother for our other guy. And that one, he was a cleric. This one, we're going to go ahead and we'll make this one a fighter. Yeah, that's what we'll do. We'll make this one a fighter. And he'll be a twin brother. He'll be short. And he's stocky. A super tone, because he is a fighter. We could give him the long hair. The base hair color is going to be. We're going to use. And we're going to have a long mustache. We're going to use the haircut on all that. There we go. And we did say he was short. Is that correct? Yes, he's short. Okay. Short, muscular, all that other good stuff. And he's good to be a brother for our guy. So here we go. Scope, starting region, we tried, really did. I gave it a go. Background. This is going to be a tank, so he's going to be a guard of the, and there's his armor. And we're going to be Grandpa Greg. With two G's instead of one. So here we go. Same rules, same apply, everything. And hello, everybody. Welcome back. And Grandpa Greg, that was up in the anvils, he did ran into issues and stuff, and he is on an extended holiday, and so we are going to go ahead and have a little fun down here. In the south with his little twin brother, because Grandpa Greg has a brother named Grandpa Greg down south. All right. Let's just check in. Let's see how all of our Destiny quests are doing for this guy, our new Grandpa Greg. Let's see, he got one done there. He's got 3 done here. Let's see here. All right. We heading down to see what the next guy has for us. See if we got anything else completed here. Nope, doesn't look like it. Alrighty. Some things we can do. Eat something. Equip a quest. Or, I'm sorry, equip a necklace. Now let's see where we're at. Should have got something else for us. There. Yep, completed 2 of them. Alright, how we doing here? Check in. If we got new folks, just if you could hit 1 for me in the chat bar, that'd be greatly appreciated. The algorithms like a little interaction going on, and it'd also let me know that you're here. So if you could do that, that'd be greatly appreciated. Just type 1 in the chat box. Thank you very much for that. And oh, appreciate Greyhound and Level Up still watching the stream for me today. That's hugely appreciated. All right. Save us a little bit of a run. Oh, I believe that gave us another quest. And it did. We're gonna put that down on that spot and move him there. We're short, so any mount speed would help us out a lot getting around. All right. Now it's wanting us to go meet the Inquisitor, Colsbury. ready here. Finally the Twizzler and wouldn't you know it, we missed one of our quest NPCs. So we gotta turn around, go back and pick that quest up. That didn't give us a quest, did it? Nope. Alright, now we got the quest. Go meet the Inquisitor, see what the Inquisitor wants. Alright. The Inquisitor wants us to go check something out over here. What on earth? Okay, take the Inquisitor the proof. Oh, now he wants us to go beat up some ruffians. Right, it's showing the ruffians are right over here. Got some boat landing. Alright, yep, we see it. Oh, let's see if we got anything else here. No, nothing there. Might have something here. Yep, we do. XP. Let's see here. Let's actually start getting some gear if we can. This one's gonna be health pots. And this one is going to be, what am I using? Two-handed greatsword. Okay. So 52 versus a bow at 106. Let's see which one gives us the better deal. You know what? For now, we're just going to take the offhand. Get a better weapon. Alright, so search the stranger. That's across the way on the other side of the road. So let's go see what they got. Did we get any new? Oh, we did. Alright, let's see what we got there. Don't think we got anything there. No, we did not. Okay. So let's see if we got any more new equipment. No. Alright, got that quest complete. Now we gotta come over here and get these things. There's some hidden ones right here. Makes it easy so you don't have to fight the crowd over at the lake for them. Little trick I picked up. Just wait for them to respawn right here. Doesn't take long. All right, here we are at 6 of 12. Whoa, 1 second here while we're waiting. All right, that's back. Yep. Let's see. Yep, Greyhound, you're right. I do need a better sword. You're 100% right. That is absolutely fact. Thank you for pointing that out for me. Much appreciated. Alrighty here. What am I doing? Leave the area like I've completed my quest. I still have some to go. What's up with that? We got Greyhound over here distracting me. Man, it is getting chilly out there today. Can feel it through the floor. There we go. Quest completed. Objective met. Yeah, the Grandpa Grig brothers, they had parents that didn't have a lot of imagination when it came to names. That's why they're both called Grandpa Grig. Just one has one G at the end, the other has two G's at the end. Yeah. We'll call it that for sure. We will call it that for sure. Inquisitor? Oh, okay, it updated, but in a kind of a weird way. Okay. We gotta go in here, turn in some quests. Alright, got another one in here to complete. Alright, let's check. See what we got here. Got another one down there. Not here. Let's check our gear situation. Alright, we gotta go to the temple grounds now. Now, Grandpa Grig can do quests all the way until we get to Avon's Inn, that gets his gathering gear, stuff like that. So we're gonna be busy here for a minute doing some quests and get him the gear that he needs. But this will be the only questing that he gets to do. But these are newbie quests, and then once he gets his gathering tools, then that'll be it for all this and newbie type quests. He'll be on his Lumberjack journey. So we're just completing just a few quests here and there. So we gotta go over here until that completes there. Yep, just sitting here. Killing quest, killing quest, killing quest. That's what we're in the middle of doing. Just the newbie quest, though. Yep. Again, if you're just tuning into the channel today, we are doing our WoodBound series, and right now we're working the quest line to get to the point where we get our gathering tools in a green chest, and once that happens, our account is from that point forward forever locked to 25 doing a woodbound challenge. And the woodbound challenge is Grandpa Greg here will only be able to get XP. Sorry, they're distracted by the mob. He'll only be able to get XP from tree chopping, milling, and carpentry. Alright, moving right along here. Alright, while we're waiting for those, let's see if we got anybody around today from my guild. Probably not. They were on late last night. They probably won't be on for 2, 3 more hours. But that's alright. Alright, so share our findings. Alright, and we need 3 more of this trash stuff here, but we're gonna wait and get out of here first. Don't want to pick any fights with these things. They're a little bit higher level than us. So we'll just get these last 3 little things we want. We're not doing anything extra. No mob grinding, nothing like that. We're just completing enough of the quest to get to where we need to go. Alright. Oh, and there is my blue skin right there that the guy's riding. It's an ox. I can't wait to get my ox. Hopefully it'll be in the marketplace soon on their website, or I should say cash shop. Because I definitely want that. Alright. No extra grinding back there. Can't do that. That's against the rules. So we just gotta get on getting these quests done to get to where we get our tools. Alright, let's see here. What do we have here? Medium armor feet. Then upgrade. Temporarily. Yeah. So this is other stuff I'll just throw away. What do we got here? heavier. Oh, we got some pants. What do we got? Where's the heavy ones? All right, let's check in with our Destiny board. Let's see how we're doing there. Moving right along. All right, it says reach Avon's end. So, all right, here we go. We are going to reach Avon's end. Go all the way down there. Let's see what trouble awaits. So, if you're new to the channel, I like to find out, what's your favorite class, or what class in the game archetype is what they call it in this game. Do you like the least or the best? Whichever you like. If you feel like interacting, which is greatly appreciated, just type it in the chat and let's talk about it and stuff. So far, I found the tank to be a very fun class to play, and mage is okay, but I like the tank a lot better. And this is my first time at the lower levels, the beating up mobs with this fighter. But the fighter's going to have a lot of work to do at level 25. Because he won't know how to fight when he gets to level 25. Well, at least not very well. Because he's about to embark on his lumberjacking career. And that will be the end of the quest lines for him. All right. Yeah, I know we're supposed to. What do we have here? Recipes for armor smithing, leatherworking. But as you can see, we have all of our green stuff there. That means I equip the lumberjack. Stuff and access my storage. Is we at nope. What's going on here? Oh, ha. That's why. Okay. All right, and let's get our fishing pole, our pickaxe, our hunting bow, our sickle, because we can't be no cheating. All right, so we'll toss those in the bank. And not allowed to use any of that stuff for our journey. Because from this moment forward, as they say, our character, Greg with two G's, is officially a lumberjack. And from this forward on, and the moment on, he can only level up chopping trees, milling, and carpentry work. And that is it. And with that, that's going to be the end of our run for now. For today, we may be back on later this evening for another few hour session. I want to thank everybody for tuning in. And as long as you're not doing a woodbound challenge like I am, I sincerely hope that your kills are swift and your loot is fat. And with that, we will catch you on the flip side. Have a great day.